Hi, I'm Dan Snow and I've come to a Victorian kitchen built in the 1870s to sample the food eaten by the normal men and women. Let's see what's on the menu. The Victorian era was a time of just enormous change, a really tumultuous time. Social and political upheaval. You got the Industrial Revolution going on. You've got Charles Darwin with his ideas about evolution, transforming our vision of our place in the world. You've got railways extending out across the globe, steamships, huge era of scientific discovery. For example, you get the first telegraphs and telephones as well. And there was also a big change in diet as the rise of refrigeration led to the beginning of global supply chains. Under Queen Victoria, Britain became the world's richest country, and that gave rise to a new class of affluent people. We might call them middle class, and they all aspired to have servants. So under Queen Victoria, we see a peak in the number of servants in the UK. Most middle class households aspired to have at least one or two servants. So in 1871, over 4% of the population were employed in service, and the vast majority of them were women. Sheep's trotters. These were a very common Victorian snack. People would sort of just munch on them a bit like a kebab, and they were a cheaper alternative to a nice cut of meat. Disgusting. I've been told that people used to rip the nails off and suck out the jelly inside. I mean, I don't even know if that's a thing. Wait, no, it's good, the sound. I can see that they are a little bit of a snack, but I would only eat these if I was desperate. Imagine little Oliver Twist gnawing one of these. Jellied eels. I'm going in. These are basically chunks of eel in their own naturally produced gelatin. First impressions, absolutely disgusting. In go the fingers. Oh my God. That is absolutely disgusting. You bite through the oily, greasy gelatin and you reach a kind of fish-like substance within it. It's dry, it tastes a bit off. Oh, it does not improve. The aftertaste gets worse and worse. These are sold on food carts in the East End of London in particular, and the dish was often flavoured with a splash of vinegar or dollop of butter, and I can see why, because the natural taste and flavour of this is absolutely disgusting. They were cheap in London, particularly at the time, because eels were one of the few animals that could survive in the sewage-choked, poisonous Thames River in that period, which is nothing more than just an open sewer and cesspit and runoff for industrial waste. So as well as tasting completely disgusting, you're also just gnawing on poisonous meat. Oh, I just can't do that anymore. Oh, God. One of the Victorians' favourite meats has fallen out of fashion now, and that's mutton. It's basically sheep, but more grown-up sheep than those that you would eat in lamb, and they liked it because it could stand up to long, slow cooking. They thought it had a richer flavour too. I mean, it does taste like lamb, just older. Even Queen Victoria wasn't above chewing a little bit of mutton. In the Royal Archives, we hear that in 1858, she ate mutton chop and mashed potatoes. It was good enough for Queen Victoria. It should be good enough for us. Let's get mutton back on the menu. And when you look at this Victorian cooking book, you can see just how popular it was. There are no fewer, well, dozens of pages. Every single part of the sheep Could be eaten, including the head. Very nice. The tongue, kidneys, loin chop. So we've got mutton, mutton minced, mutton boiled, mutton broth, mutton haunch. And finally, mutton shoulder, which may be dressed in a variety of ways, boiled and served with onion sauce, boned and stuffed with a good veal forcemeat, or baked with sliced potatoes in the dripping pan. Delicious. Particularly following the marriage of Queen Victoria and German Prince Albert, the royal family started to incorporate lots of Germanic traditions in their Christmas festivities. And what could be more Christmassy than the Christmas pudding? Love this. The best part of Christmas. Let's just get these out. And of course, with Christmas pudding, one thing you have to do is put a bit of French brandy on it. Ooh, there we go. Woo-hoo. And create the old festive flame. Come on. Oh, what? It's not lighting. Oh, well, who cares? Let's get on with it. Right. Nothing better than a bit of Christmas pudding. Oh, beautiful. A lot of brandy on there. It's really Charles Dickens who cements this little bundle of joy at the heart of the British Christmas tradition. In A Christmas Carol, he writes, "In half a minute, Mrs. Cratchit entered, flushed but smiling proudly, with the pudding like a speckled cannonball, so hard and firm, blazing in half a quartern of ignited brandy." She's better than I am at that. "And bed tight, with Christmas holly stuck to the top. Oh, what a wonderful pudding." Well done, Charles. For the British, this was so much more than just a tasty Christmas Day dessert. This was a little embodiment of empire itself. The ingredients: suet, brown sugar, raisins, currants, candied orange peel, eggs, breadcrumbs, nutmeg cloves, allspice, loads of alcohol. That was the British Empire in a pudding. A little selection of savoury and sweet treats like Britain's colonies from all over the world, brought together for the enjoyment of people back home. So for the Victorians, they might have a nice Christmas pudding once a year, but on the whole, for a lot of the population slaving away in industrial cities or working in kitchens like this, the food was bad. Thanks for joining me, folks. If you've enjoyed watching, please click on any of the videos on this screen for more delicious content.